See, right now, you got a lot of experts out here in this world of basically boxing. They on the edge of their seats because right now we're only one win away from basically seeing the year of the underdog. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys who are underdogs this year won. But the biggest ones of all, Terence Crawford and possibly Demetrius Andrade. But with this right here, I don't know. I know a lot of people will sit up here if Andrade lose, they'll try to come over here and be like, oh yeah, well you pick Andrade. You know what I'm saying? But let's just, in my case though, Terence Crawford still proved me right at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like this happens. That's why we have the fights like we gonna have. You know what I'm saying? Like, for opportunities like this. That's how you know these guys ain't used to a 50-50 fight, bro. When Terence Crawford calls somebody out, or when Boo Boo Andrade calls somebody out, it's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me give you an example. A lot of people call Canelo out, right? People try to say, oh, Canelo, they only said something because Canelo said horrible. Canelo has done a lot of things that haven't gone viral. You know what I'm saying? That's just a different ball game. That's a whole nother conversation. But that just lets you know that fans know when guys are good. They just don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to do it. They know Terence Crawford is a beast. That's why they're saying now, oh, put him in the ring with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Oh, 5 minutes ago, you said he didn't want to fight with anybody. You need to leave Bob Arum, top rank. You need to do this. Bro, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you how dumb boxing fans are. Do you realize that Terence Crawford and Boo Boo Andrade are the only fighters in the entire sport of boxing, probably in boxing history, that has done everything that the fans have asked them to do? I'm going to say that real quick. Do you know that Boo Boo Andrade and Terence Crawford, well, you can throw Benavidez in there now too, they're the only fighters in recent history that's done everything the fans asked them to do? They're like, oh yeah, Terence Crawford fight Earl Spence. Yeah, I fight him. Boom. Oh, fight Canelo. Oh, I fight him. Oh, fight this guy. Oh, I fight him. Fight Charlo. Oh, I fight him. You know what I'm saying? He'll do anything the fans are asking for, but you got these other fans, they just want to protect their boxer because they try to protect the heritage and all this other corny stuff. And they don't want to see a real fight. Let's be real. Guys don't want to see a real fight. They're trying to protect their guy so he won't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? People try to act like the Bivol fight ain't happening. So it's not even nothing special in fighting Canelo no more. So what? What you gonna do? Get treated like Bivol? Who cares about that? I don't want to get treated like Bivol. I'd rather not fight Canelo. I'll fight somebody else. Me personally, if that was me. Because you see, it don't get you no results. People like, you ain't gonna get a whole bunch of fans for beating them. They don't care. They're not boxing fans. They don't care if you want to fight. Okay, you beat Canelo. To them, it's like, okay, so what? Yeah, but we'll have two guys on a pound for pound, basically. Cause they'll be on pound for pound. With this victory right here, Demetrius Andrade definitely be on my pound for pound. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't know. I feel like with this victory right here, man, he'll be able to solidify himself. But people already they already took the hardest fights. The hardest fights that got taken this year, taken in this year by fighters have been Demetrius Andrade and Terence Crawford. Not even close. Not even close. That Canelo Charlo thing, man, come on, man. Not even close. Hardest fights have been taken this year. I'll put Canelo number 3 just to be respectful. But those are the hardest fights this year. It's not even close. And that's what I'm proud of, man. That's why I hope he can come out victorious in the end. Just because a lot of stuff that's going on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be mad if Benavidez win. You know what I'm saying? If Benavidez win, I'll be happy too. Shoot. That's real talk. But at this time right now, as far as for boxing, what's best for boxing, something like this need to happen. Need to. He got a lot of stuff going against him. If he close to getting a knockout, he better hurry up and get it, because they going to try to stop him from getting it. So if he got a chance to get a knockout, he better hurry up. Because if he don't, it's going to go all the way bad. Referees and everybody going to get involved in. Then he going to find out what he really up against. That's why I feel like it's going to be a close match. It's going to be a good match, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be something good, man. It ain't going to be a waste of time. It's going to be something good to watch, but guys gotta, I don't know, man. They gotta be on their P's and Q's with certain things, man. This is a huge fight. I know Andre gonna come prepared and stuff, but these refs just lately, not a big fan of them lately. To be honest, they been messing up a lot of good fights. I can't really trust what these guys been doing lately. The stuff I've been seeing lately, no, I can't trust. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a huge, huge fight, though. If they end the year off like this, if Andre comes through like this, on the end of Showtime, it's gonna be huge for him and his career. He's gonna be a household name. Him and Benavidez. Benavidez still gonna be a household name, but he gonna put himself in that category. One of the first videos I made, man. If that happens, that'll solidify everything I done said. If it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, I still have work to do, but I don't know, man. It's a huge fight, bro. To have Benavidez as a standard for him to prove himself, bro, that's it. Man, come on, man. That's not even fair at this point, for real, bro. To be honest, I feel like I'm behind an 8-ball doing this. Because to have Benavidez as a standard, like, oh, you don't fight Benavidez, then you ducking everybody. Like, oh, man. Dude got to go up 2 or 3 weight classes to do this. This is crazy. For a guy who had to go down to 168, it ain't like he had to. Benavidez didn't have to go up to 168. He had to come down to 168. I know that's his original weight class, but you know what I mean. That's insane. Come on now. That's insane. I'm talking about the stuff he's doing is insane. It's a hard obstacle to face right here. He does this, man. He gonna be a legend. This automatically get you Hall of Fame right here. Just for even making a fight like this gonna get you Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, in a few years, people gonna be like, man, I can't believe they made that fight when they did. That's a Hall of Fame fight right here. Benavidez changed the game like this, but people try to doubt what Terence Crawford doing. That's why when people are starting to realize now, these guys taking every fight that we're throwing out there. They accepted every challenge. They accepting the hardest fights. Bro, Earl Spence and Benavidez, that's the toughest guys that PBC had to offer. This ain't no easy fight, man. It's the hardest fight for guys to get offered, man. This is not an easy fight. But I feel like Terence Crawford got a lot to prove, man. I know a lot of people don't respect where he come from on certain things, and they try to dissect to say he's scared and he's not trying to do certain things in the boxing world. But he's changing a lot of narratives, man. A lot of different things going on. You know what I'm saying? His fight helped bring a lot of attention to boxing this year. Boxing hasn't been exciting this year. I mean, they had the Ryan Garcia and Tank fight, but I would consider that very, very exciting. I would say the build-up was bigger than the actual fight was. And that's just being honest. The build-up was perfect, but the actual fight, I don't know. It wasn't as good as it could have been. Especially with Ryan, man. He could have, I don't know, man. I feel like he could have lasted longer than what he did. I wasn't impressed with that. I felt like, oh yeah, Ryan can, he can put in a lot of work if he just stay up and don't get knocked down again. He got knocked down again, but it was about a body punch. So I'm like, nah. But with Andre, man, I think he's coming to his own right now. He gonna be zoned in. I just gotta see what his weigh-in. I know the weigh-in finna start soon. I just gotta see what this weigh-in, man. Yeah, after this weigh-in, I'm gonna have a better feel for how this thing gonna go. Usually I can tell a lot in the weigh-in. I don't know why. I usually can tell a whole lot in the weigh-in. Sometimes I can tell a whole lot. I know sometimes guys just get frustrated and get to pushing around because they hungry and agitated and different things like that. But I don't know. I've seen different things, man, with guys going to the weigh-in and just different things that happen and how guys act before the fight, or if they change how they act. Then a lot of that stuff goes into it. That's why they have weigh-ins. That's why they have them. It means something. Everything means something. I feel like it's gonna be a very good fight, though. I feel like Andre has I'm telling you, all the pressure on Benavidez. Andre, all he needs to do is keep doing what he's been doing. Nobody said he need to box better at all. I've heard not one person say he needs to box better. He need to do a better job. They asking questions like they asking him questions about like, oh, think this fight gonna be like the Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos? I'm like, bro, you guys don't know what you guys are talking about. You think that fight gonna be like this? Watch, they gonna be asking, oh, we'd like to see another fight like this. Watch. I bet you hear something like that. Watch. These guys don't know what they be talking about when it comes to a fight. Let's be honest. Can we be honest? They don't know what they be talking about. Now when it comes to a fight, I don't think so, me personally. I feel like they got a lot more learning to do. Especially with the stuff we're seeing now. Terence Crawford and all these other guys are coming out of the nowhere. And, well, not out of nowhere for me, but for most fans, now they're saying, oh, yeah, I didn't know his story was like this. Like, guys are so biased. They won't even check a fighter out if they don't like him. Like, at least check his backstory out. Maybe you got something in common with him, but nah, they don't do none of that. They was like, I'm Team Spence, and that's it. Now you got a lot of guys running around like, oh, yeah, Terence Crawford works hard. He works hard. Duh. He been working hard. Oh, he trains hard, and he'll never take breaks. Duh, that's what he been not doing. Oh, y'all, man. Hey, if y'all ever hear a guy saying that, bro, he hasn't been a Terence Crawford fan long, bro. He been playing sides, you know what I'm saying? I know guys don't want to speak on Spence no more. They use Spence, man, in the worst way. That's why I don't even try to talk about him on the channel like that, especially in a negative way, because it's like, oh, yeah, they already going to do that. I knew they were. I got mine in before the fight happened. So I ain't got to say none of that stuff no more. Come on, man. You got to be a certain kind of person to try to kick somebody while they down or after a loss. It depends on what kind of person it is. You know, Spence don't really do nothing, man. I know people try to say, well, oh, he said stuff to Terence Crawford. And yeah, but Terence Crawford says stuff to everybody, you know what I'm saying? I mean, opponents say stuff to everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what opponents do. They talk junk to each other. It's not no secret. Them guys was competitors and they was going back and forth. That's what goes on. That's why Terence Crawford was like, absolutely, I have a fight with Spence. He doesn't have a problem with Spence, man. I don't know why people think that him and Spence have issues. They don't have issues. They deal with each other in a very professional way. They don't have any issues with each other. They probably had some disagreements as far as the fight and all that, but as far as just not liking each other, no, I don't see that going on. I feel like they handle each other a lot better without people trying to think that they're enemies and stuff like that. But they done a good job handling themselves though. Like I said, but Andrade gonna shock the world, man. With his performance, even with a loss. Or win or lose, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he wins, but he gonna shock the world though. I already see it, man. People don't really see what's gonna happen. They don't really know his style. When you start hitting Benavidez certain ways, you're gonna, I don't know, the crowd gonna be moved, man. Trust me. Trust me. You got a lot of reporters and trainers coming out now saying the truth, so it's definitely gonna be a challenge. But he up for the challenge though. He's definitely up for the challenge though. Definitely. I feel like it's gonna work. It's gonna work well, man. Demetrius Andrade, he ain't gonna have no trouble with Benavidez. He would have already said something about it a long time ago. He would have already said, man, I don't know, man. I mean, of course he knows it's a tough fight. I mean, come on now, it's a 50-50 fight. Like, he knows this, but we're gonna be disrespectful and let him know that he ain't got a chance? Nah. Which most people think. They're talking to him like he's not undefeated, bro. Like, they're like, yeah, now he's finally fighting somebody. I'm gonna put my money on Benavidez. They really don't believe he'll win though. A couple of people do believe he'll win, so they're kind of like, yeah. But most of them, they're not like that. They're not interested in having a fight with him. That's why Benavidez is getting a big fight, man. This is a huge fight. It's a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez is a pay-per-view star now. You ain't gonna be able to watch a Benavidez fight without him being on pay-per-view. That's what happens when you take big fights, man. Win or lose. Make yourself into a big name. Oscar De La Hoya got losses, and guess what? People still paid to go see him. So, man, it don't really matter, man. You putting on a big fight. Yeah, I'm putting Benavidez on that level because he's starting to pick big fights that ain't nobody else doing. So that's what happens when you pick real challenges instead of these little weak fights that other guys are doing. Nobody wants to see these kind of fights. They're not respectable fights. Nobody wants to see this kind of stuff. We want to see real deal opponents. Not none of these guys that aren't really challenging themselves. They're really not going, they're not really going as hard as everybody else, man. They're just really taking opponents that nobody wants to see. It's a whole different level with this fight. You're gonna see a whole different Benavidez too, man. That's why I said it's gonna be like the whole fight's gonna be an entire event, man. You're not gonna want to miss this. Definitely. It's gonna be a lot of people in the at the fight that y'all gonna be surprised is gonna be there. A lot of, and the ones y'all see there, they're real boxing fans. I'm telling you, you're gonna see a lot of guys be at this fight. You're gonna be like, whoa. Definitely. They know what's going on. Especially boxers. Canelo, he gonna definitely be watching this fight. Definitely. what's crazy is people want to see what he want to know about the fight more than anything. That's how you know they know he ducking. They're like, oh, what is I was searching for the fight. They tell myself, what does Canelo think about Andrade and Benavidez? I'm like, oh man, cowards. Who cares about what they think? You guys are hiding like that. That's what we doing, protecting him like this to this length. Bro, it's not even entertaining no more. I thought it was. At first I was like, yeah, this is entertaining, but nah, at this point, this ain't entertainment no more. This is fluff. This is not entertainment. I'm trying to see what Canelo thinks about two guys he don't want to fight. Don't think they qualified. They ain't fought nobody. That's what goes on, man. When we let people run with narratives and get away with certain things. I'm tired of hearing that narrative. I don't want to hear none of that no more. In a minute, the narrative gonna be if you ain't fight Benavidez, you ain't fought nobody. I ain't trying to hear it. That's what I'm gonna start saying in a minute. Oh, you ain't fight Benavidez? Oh, who are you? Why do we need to be talking to you again? You fought who? Oh, I don't know that guy. Did you fight Benavidez? Oh, well, we don't care about that then. That's what's gonna start happening in a minute. Cause a lot of these fights these guys talking about, nobody cares about, man. Crawford and Andrade putting together the best fights of the year. And next year, it look like they're gonna have, if they keep going on this pace, they're gonna have the best fights for next year. The best fights. And we're sitting around here waiting on these guys to put together a decent fight. That's not even pay-per-view worthy. Yeah, man, the politics gonna kick in. These guys is worried, man, about some world. They can't run around with these same guys they've been protecting if all this goes wrong. That's why a lot of these people didn't want these fights to go together. They would have thought these guys would have lost already. That's why they was like, oh, we'll use the Charlos. Then when they can't use the Charlos now, so they moving on to somebody else. Oh, we'll use these people. Oh, we'll use these guys. They gonna use anybody they can to try to get in the way. But it's not gonna work. It's definitely not gonna work. These guys are coming to fight, man. That's why I'm ready to see who they're talking about the Terence Crawford Spence rematch. I mean, yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I guess so. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really interested in seeing it, but I mean, if he deserves a rematch, he will. I feel like he'll do a better job this time, but I don't know, will he last longer? I don't know all that other stuff, but as far as I know right now, I just feel like it'll be a tougher challenge, but I don't know, man. Right now, I just feel like Crawford has put himself at a certain level, and now Andre gonna follow his footsteps. I knew if he had the right fight this year that he was gonna be ready to prove himself, man. That's all. We just gotta figure out what goes on after this. Sooner or later, we'll see after this weekend if everything goes to the point where he gets a victory. Then we're gonna see some different things going on this weekend. It's gonna be some different kind of talks that people are gonna have. That's gonna change a lot of things that's going on. But if he's able to pull off a victory, it's gonna change boxing. A lot of people gonna change how they've been talking. I'm talking about these guys gonna make themselves legends off 2 fights. Because last couple of years, people been building up off of Benavidez and other guys' name, but it's Spence. But now with those victories, you can seal the deal. But if I can do that, man, if I can get those 2 predictions right, that'll be something that'll be big, you know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of people are fans of both of these guys, so they understand what I'm saying. But that's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.